A6S, KM6SRR. Roger, yeah, when I first start out, the thing just moves all over on frequency, so I'm never right. I just wait till you guys talk and tune you in. I was downstairs finishing up dinner, just monitoring, so I heard my call sign, so you got to give me a little bit of time to climb up the stairs and get here, over. Yeah, I think he'll be here. He said he was going to be here, so, yep, it's doing fine up here. Really nice day today. A little bit nippy at the beginning and the end, but that's perfect for a day to get out and do stuff. So I was doing a little bit outside, but not a whole bunch of anything in particular there, over. Okay, well, whatever, I guess. I'm never politically correct, over. Roger, yeah, I got a few phrases my dad used to use, too, that are not repeatable anymore. So, totally understandable. Well, I want to come back at you. I'm going to go down and finish up the dinner there, and I'll be monitoring A6S, KM6SRR. Yeah. Okay, Bill, yeah, you doubled with somebody in there, and I heard him say, yeah. Over.
You're complaining, always complaining. W-A-6-A-J. You can't hear me? Oh, that's the way it is. You're always complaining. Give me a break. Signal 1. Pointed at route. Right. I might have found a piece of pipe. one of those that I use for a mast. Mounted and intended to when you're putting it together. Over. Packing and shipping it for you. Tell the guy it'll give me 2 days for it. Well, you gotta make him, he's not at the premium spine. You gotta make a load up. He doesn't want to deal with it. I'm sure he didn't get it for, that he's on the pound anyway, so, he might be able to do it. Right. 745. DTU, WA6AAJ. Hello, Kerry.
I hear Bill in the background. If you can hear Bill, hello, AA6S, KC5, DTU.
Bill, you copying Kerry? Doesn't want it twist his antenna. He says turn it towards him.
Okay. I'll see you later. I'll probably lose you. She's here to get you, but I'll turn it down. So stand up.
Roger.
There's 30 degrees coming around towards the north. And that's north and coming around where I should be right towards Cary there. Probably about in there should be good enough. KC5 DTU, you hear me, Cary? AA6S, over. I can barely hear him. I don't know what's going on.
$711 K6MI.
Antenna towards you.
That ought to make a difference. He's a little bit off our frequency, but that don't make any difference. I've got a knob to turn that. Yeah, he must have been heading north too, because man, these. I mean, with the power we're running, it doesn't make too much difference. Anyway, I'll wait till you get it around here, Cary. KC5 DTU. You got to tell me what's going on. I guess the Hezbollah had their pockets heated up there. AA6S, over. Oh, Q5, no problem. Along with the economy and everything else. Yeah, you're coming in super good now. Yeah, these antennas are just super directional, and you were probably north and I was south, so that don't work. But anyway, yeah, I trying to figure out what the heck the Israelis did to burn their pocket things up, but I don't know if they replaced them somehow for them or something and put bombs in them or what, but that must have woke them up there.
Hi there. Hi. Sorry, I wasn't watching the clock good enough.
That's good. 711.
Hi, John. Good to hear you. 711. We got 800 in here.
AA6J and WA6AAJ, WA6S. They're both here too. Yeah, Roger. I was wondering when they're going to try to get our buddy Trump again. The CIA and FBI guys are kind of failing there. The guys they've hired aren't very good shots. Cary, go ahead.
Is that Cary in here? KC5DTU. You hear Cary?
I hear you in there, Mike.
Okay, is that you, Cary, 712? What'd you think about that pager explosion that happened in Lebanon all at once on a command from the Israeli mindset guys, over.
Yeah, you and Mike are doubling, but you're stronger than Mike is, so I can copy it. I heard Mike too. I think it's comical myself what happened to the. Maybe it blew some of their you-know-what's off down below there.
It blew their heads off. What happened was the Israelis intercepted some of the shipments coming from Taiwan that were paid for by Iran to Lebanon and the Hezbollah group and all those guys. And they put small explosives in the pagers, I guess, that were telling these guys when to set these things off and so on. And there was one general command that came sometime today, and the command lit up all the pagers, and when the guys answered the pagers blew up and blew their heads and arms off. I thought it was classic.
I think that's cool.
What a mind. You're not going to put one over on the Israelis very often, are you?
My ancestors got them, I guess.
Anyway, good evening all. I've got 800, I got 712, I've got 711, and I've got 727. Who else?
KM6SR, number 432, over.
Good evening again, 432 megacycles.
Yeah, well, good evening, Rob. I was blowing my nose. You caught me with a handful of Kleenex here. How are you doing?
Oh, doing okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't catch you with anything else then.
You're a little low in frequency now. You might want to bring it up just a tad. You might have bumped the knob a little too far. Tune us down so we're not so high-pitched there. KM6 Sugar Radio in Coarse Gold area, K6MYC Bozo Net, Delta Mike 07, north of Fresno, QRZ.
Yeah, Mike, I was tuning in the other guys, so I was matching them, over.
W6PQL is over there. I hear that. W6PQL. We got you, Jim. We'll be up your way in a second. Kind of should be looking for KW6S first. First KW6S, and then we'll come into the Bay Area. W6PQL 1296. Roger, roger.
It's about time we drop down and, move down about 10 kc so we can get Ralph, Michael.
Yeah, go ahead. See if you can get Ralph. I'll be here. Somebody said hi, Mikey, but I didn't hear. I didn't get a call sign. Who was that? Well, let's see. KW6S. Tom, are you in here tonight? I'm a little bit late here, so you should be in the shack by now. KW6 Sugar, Santa Cruz, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Okay, got your 610, all okay. Here's all the numbers, Judy. I don't have very many. Anyway, good to hear you, and thanks for coming in. We've got the boys over here. I think they're already going to go south for Ralph, but they may come back. When they come back, maybe you can connect with AA6S and 727AAJ, over.
Yeah, I'll be here working at the computer with some software station here, and I'll have the headset on and be listening.
Okay, very good, very good. Let me get you, Kerry, if you're still there. Kerry, I apologize for Monday night. I checked you on 6 meters, and then I forgot to get back to you. I thought about it afterwards, and oh, crap, I forgot to bring Kerry in. So if you're still there, have a comment or two, and then we'll carry on here. Judy's been watching your stuff that you're sending. She can't remember the name of the gentleman whose podcast that is, so give us the name of the gentleman, if you would, carry over. Kerry, is anybody copying Kerry?
No problem. But, yeah, he's talking to Mike. You're talking over him.
Everybody's low in frequency here.
Kerry, KC5DTU, KM6SR. Mike was saying everybody was low in frequency, over.
Yeah, but I can't hear him. Let me turn down that way a little bit. Hang on.
He was sounding good here, so before when I was talking to Bill and Mike, we were up a little bit, so I'm trying to get. How's that, Michael?
Okay, I just moved the antenna. Now I got you Q5. Go ahead, Kerry.
Roger. I was just saying, no problem. You were a busy man. We had quite a few check-ins, and didn't want to hold you out there that long. So as long as you got me on the payroll, that's all that counts. KC5, DTU.
Yeah, no, it counts, Kerry. But I always like to get conversation from everybody when I can. If people have things to say like you do, I don't like to leave you out of it. Anyway, what was the name of the guy that does the blog that you listen to?
That's Dave, and he is connected because he's pretty on the spot with everything that he's saying.
Yeah, you got to say his name slowly. I can't get it, and you're a little bit low in frequency, so if you can come up and net my frequency, that would help. KC5DTU, K6MYC. Judy and I are listening closely, over.
Okay, I came up on frequency. How's that?
That's better. Go ahead.
Okay, now you sound like you're a member of the Mickey Mouse Club. But that's okay, I can understand you. His name is Dave. Delta Alpha Victor Echo.
Dave what?
He doesn't say, but he is connected and always on spot with info.
Okay, yeah, okay, good enough. That's what we needed. I just, she kept forgetting what his first name was there. Very good. Well, she's been listening, and today was particularly good because of all the stuff related to the second assassination attempt, over.
Yeah, roger that. Well, he's normally spot on, and sometimes he with the info that he has, he's on it, but he doesn't have it all, but enough to keep you informed.
Yep, that's for sure.
Okay, and hello to Judy in the shack there, and keep reading it there, Judy, and keep old Mikey informed and up to date.
I enjoy it so much. I thank you so much. I haven't finished yesterday's reading, and I want to get back to it as soon as we're done here.
Okay. Oh, you're quite welcome. And as things calm down a little bit, I'm still going to try and make it up there on the hill, so we'll talk some more.
Sounds good. Very good, Gary. Let you go. Let me get up and pick up PQL and the guys in the Bay Area here. But good to hear you. That KC5DTU, K6MYC coming up back into the Bay Area.
K6MYC, this is W6PQL with also KD6SOK on frequency. Over.
Very good. I'm on you now. W6PQL. Good evening. I've got you already logged in there, but I wanted to catch Kerry. He had checked in. I had about six check-ins in the Southland here this evening. Sometimes we don't get any. Tonight we had a lot of people. Thanks for standing by. Let me shoot it over to Fred, and then Fred can shoot it back your way. KD6SOK, K6MYC. Go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Not bad signal tonight, considering it's overcast and cloudy and cold up here. How am I coming in? Am I coming in okay, Mike?
Yeah, we didn't get your call or your Bozo number, Fred, over.
Okay, no problem. I just want to make sure that I'm coming through okay. KD6SOK, and the number is 507.
Yeah, we got it now, and I bumped the antenna a little bit more your way. Okay. Yeah, everybody's fine, and thank you for doing that. And good evening to you there. KD6S, okay, for your comments, and then you can just turn it over to, well, I guess you and Jim don't hear each other, so you might as well go ahead and shoot it back this way, and then we'll get it over to Jim and on to whoever else is here. Thank you, Fred. KD6S, okay, for your final K6MYC.
Okay, that time you came up a lot. You're almost S9 here, so good signal, Mike, tonight. And I'll turn it over to Jim, W6PQL. KD6S, okay.
Yeah, he may not be hearing you. Let me shoot it over to Jim. W6PQL, K6MYC, is that better for Jim?
Okay, Mike, check for 775. Also, Fred and I, when we have our in your direction, hear one another very well. The 775 is also on frequency, and I'm going up frequency now to look for Steve in just a couple of minutes. Over.
Okay. Get 775. Let's see if I can hear him. I haven't heard Mike for about 2 weeks here, so maybe he's been away. I don't know what's happened. You might stick long enough to find out if he's been there and just missing or what's happened. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. Go ahead, Mike. K6MYC. Over. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. Judy.
Got that.
775. We got it, Mike, but very light, but not good enough copy to find out what you've been up to. Maybe it'll come up a little bit later. Maybe we'll have better copy, or maybe it'll be better tomorrow if you can make it on 2 meters. We always have had pretty good signals lately from you on 2 meters. So maybe we'll find out what's going on. We did not hear you in the contest. We were kind of hoping that we would hear you in the contest there, but didn't hear you. Anyway, 73s, Mike, thanks for checking in there. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area Bozo Net? Over. How about WB6JNN? How about WA6AXX? How about KT2G? Haven't heard Mark for a long time. How about 711 K6KLY? How about KB6BA? KB6BA. How about you, Oliver? Well, the whole team is missing there tonight, by golly. Where is everybody in the Bay Area? Bay Area, Bozo Net, 1296. Let's go, guys. We need some check-ins. Course goals ahead of you. K6MYC, Central California, pointed toward the Bay Area, looking for check-ins. Over. Okay, I guess I'll have to give up on you till later. We'll come back later for late checks and missed. Let's go to Oakley. QRZ to Oakley, Rancho Oakley, KR6, N6RO, N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC. Are you there tonight, Ken?
Got to check the orientation of your antenna, Mike. You're very loud here. You were gone a minute ago.
Well, I don't know what's... I'm pointed well past you. I'm at 305, so I don't know what's going on. But Ken should hear me here anyway. But thank you for that.
Yeah, it's about 20 degrees off. I'm pointed one for you.
Give me some chatter, Jim, as long as Ken doesn't seem to be there for the moment. Give me some chatter, and I'll peek on you, and then I'll recalibrate here. I seemed like I had to do this the other day on 222 also. I don't know, both two separate antennas and two separate systems. Why each one of them would be showing drifting to the north is beyond me. W6PQL for some chatter, K6MYC.
6RO. Okay, Mike, well, I can't explain that one either, not being there, but I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. Yeah, I would have suspected that both antennas were on the same mast, but different systems, so I guess not. Maybe the same problem with orientation on both rotators. Who knows? But anyway, I'm pointed directly at you, and that's where I hear you the best tonight. K6NYC, W6PQL.
And well, there I am at 295. You're about 7 off, but that's fairly close, and I do hear Ken in there, so thanks very much. I'll recalibrate. Give me 10 seconds to recalibrate here, Ken, then I'll come up on you. You can talk to Judy. I can cop you either way. And we've got your 835. 7-3 for now, Jim. W6PQL over to N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, nice 5 and 8, 5 and 9 here.
N6RO, Bozo 835. High temperature 79. And it's going to be hot again this weekend. Let's see, there's going to be lamb chops and spinach. Over. Are you there? Am I transmitting? Yes, I am. The back. 6MYC and 6RO.
Yeah, N6RO, N6RO. Able, 6 sugar, AA6 Sierra, N6RO, AA6S, over.
Who's calling? I need to know where you are.
That's AA6S in Visalia. Go ahead, Ken. I've got you back on your direction now. I was calibrating the antenna here. Go ahead, Ken, and pick up Alpha 6 Sugar, Bill.
Okay. Oh, you're good and loud now. AA6S and 6RO.
Yeah, N6RO, AA6S. Q5, I was also copying Jim, and he's not even pointed at me, so pretty good propagation, I guess. Anyway, I'm sure you're not pointed at me, but I'm still copying you. N6RO, back to you, Ken, AA6S, over.
Bill, tweak my hand. You're Q4, and but readable.
Yeah, you're a lot stronger than that here. N6RO, AA6S. You're pretty good signal. Very good signal here. I guess I could tweak my antenna on you. I think it's close, though. N6RO, AA6S, over.
Hey, Roger, AA6S and 6RO. Yeah, well, I'm running power here. I got 400 watts, and you may or may not have that much. Anyway, you're Q5 right now. This antenna is pretty narrow, 35 elements, and I had to tweak a few degrees. Anyway, thanks for calling.
He's running 600, same as you are, Ken.
Well, it's the same here. This is a quad stack of 22s. Quad stack of 22s, so I know what you mean about directional. Anyway, you're very Q5. You're actually up to about a 9 on my meter, which doesn't mean anything with the preamps, but that's a very good signal. N6RO, 73s, AA6S. Thanks, Mike.
Bill has a preamp. That's part of the reason he's hearing you better than you're hearing him, Ken.
I'm surprised. Well, Mike, you're a couple S units louder than Bill.
Well, we're running more power, but he's 60, 70 miles south of me here.
Heading is only 3 or 4 degrees different.
Yeah, not much in azimuth. It's just the distance. He's running 4 stack of 22 easies. You're running the single or a stack of the 35s?
Just a single, but the future calls for another one.
Yeah, okay. Okay, very good. Anyway, we're copying both of you guys fine, and that's Bill hears very well with when you put the preamp up with the antenna, you pick up 8 to 10 dB of signal to noise ratio because of feed line loss and stuff. It's very sensitive to your receiver is very sensitive to feed line loss. And of course, you could get very low noise figures to play well for you. Big difference between a 2 dB noise figure and a 2 or 3 tenths of a dB. That's more than 10 dB signal to noise ratio, Ken. So that's why it makes such a difference on 1296 here. Over.
Well, I'm going to get my chief engineer on that. And I think you mentioned that if you use 2 lines from the preamp, it works good.
Well, that's a simpler, more safe way to do it. It takes less high power, high isolation relays. It takes 2 less relays when you do that. You still have to have the relays, but they don't have to have power or isolation characteristics. Over.
Okay. Well, that's on the list for many more projects. And onward and upward.
Yeah, well, the only reason I mention it is because you guys are running essentially reciprocal power. Antennas are different, but basically you're reciprocal in power. He's probably getting about the same to the antennas that you are. And so there you go. Anyway, good to hear you. And I'm sure you're recovered from the weekend now. Not that it was a big wear out. Over.
It was not an all-nighter like I usually do. Good. We'll see you on 2 meter tomorrow night.
Yeah, look forward to 2 meters tomorrow night. Quite a big day in the news. So watch the news for a big deal. I just got the tail end of it. It just happened. It's just starting to come on the news. But the Israelis did another one of those inside the walls attack on some very key people in Lebanon and other areas. They did it with a pager explosion that when the pagers went off, they set the pagers off all at once. Everybody's pager in the bad guys' areas went off at the same time, and it took off heads and arms. Over.
Yeah, I saw the report a couple hours ago. And, what will these bad guys think of next?
Yeah. What was the last?
What will these bad guys think of next?
Oh, that was the Israelis that did that. They're not bad guys.
Oh, I didn't know they confessed to it.
Oh, yeah. No, that was an Israeli effort. What they did is they intercepted some of the shipments coming from Taiwan going to Lebanon and those areas. They intercepted the shipments without anybody knowing it, and they planted these small explosives in the pagers that were set to go off on a command. And so they let the command out today. We were all guessing at what the command would be, like, hey, guys, listen up, or heads up, or something. We don't know what the command was, but all the pagers in all the areas exploded at the same time. Over.
I think it was like 2,700 of them. Well, yeah, I thought it was the Iranians, but I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, it was the Israelis. All right. Anyway, that was news I thought was exciting, and there should be more information on it, more specifics as time goes on here. All right, 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow night, Ken. N6 Radio Oakley, K6 MYC.
Like the Israelis don't really want peace.
Sorry, well, they're not going to get peace anyway when you're fighting an adversary that says we're going to not stop until you're off the map. Over.
I hear it. It's a mess.
Yes, it is. Anyway.
KM6 SR.
CLR.
Well, you just simply do not negotiate with somebody that wants to take your head off, even after you get done with the negotiations. Negotiations are useless if they're not going to abide by them. So they're not abiding by anything now. So, I mean, it's nice to try, and some of that can be helped a little bit with negotiations. But Hamas had put the kibosh on all the last few things that were talked about. Anyway, I could go round and round on that one, but anyway, we'll see you tomorrow night, Ken, and N6RO, and over to you, Rob. Go ahead, Rob, for Ken, K6MYC.
Tell him to check in Ralph there, Rob.
Roger, Bill, that's what I was going to do. Mike, you don't mean heads up, you mean heads off, over.
That's what I was going to say, too. You beat me to it.
What was the comment, Rob?
When you were telling Ken about the pager message that they're going to send, you said heads up. I meant to say heads off would be more appropriate, over.
That would be. Listen up, guys. This is going to blow your mind, over.
Yep, that would work also. Anyway, both Bill and Mike and I checked in with Ralph, so we can mark him down in our log, over.
Yeah, we got him, thank you. He sounds like he was strong tonight.
I could just barely hear him, and he could barely hear me, and Bill kind of helped get him a heads up on what to listen for, over.
Yeah, okay, good deal. All righty, well, anyway, Ken, thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow night, and probably have some more details on all that. Over to Sacramento. Here we go.
See you then.
See ya.
Hey, Mike, I might have missed some of your Bay Area check-ins when I was talking to Ralph. Did you have any other than PQL and Fred, over?
No, we didn't. It was a light night there. We're going to come back for late checks and missed, and hopefully we'll get some more, over.
Okay, thank you. I'm up to date then. KM6SR listening.
Okay, I'm pointed into the Sacramento area. Not sure who we have, but we're probably looking for KR6MR.
KR6MR.
Yeah. Give me a little more chatter. I heard you, John. KR6MR 759. Give me some chatter, and I can peek on you, John. Over. Okay, just starting to get the antenna on you. I'm edging up on you because I've got a very narrow beam width here, but this should be significantly stronger than you were coming up the whole time. But I missed the first part of your transmission. I didn't miss it. I couldn't copy it because I was paying attention to the rotator here. Anyway, good to hear you. It's always nice now to see the improvement that you made over there. Seems like you got a pretty consistent signal down this way. Take another transmission, John. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, you're coming up even stronger now. Sounds very, very good. What was it the other night? I couldn't hear you a couple nights back. No, I heard you. Just the bands are really consistent. Even last night was up and down. This thing's up and down too.
Yeah, this is not your fault. I've got some oddball interference here in the shack. I got a lot of pops and snaps and stuff, and it's occurring in the radio system somewhere. and I haven't had a chance to chase it down, but it's quite severe right at the moment. Even with the blanker on, it's quite bad. It doesn't sound like power lines. It just sounds like some crunchy, crackly stuff. Doesn't have any pattern to it at all, but it's only on 1296, so it's something in the 1296 system. Maybe I've got a coax or something with water in it, and it's arcing over. I'll have to, we'll have to spend a little time at it, but Frank's been so tied up with his own system and then some illness and teeth repair and all that other stuff. I haven't had teeth repair, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we haven't gotten to some of these little loose end items that I have in the shack here that have been plaguing me. Anyway, great to hear you, John. It's not your fault. You've got a pretty good signal and it's pretty steady. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, over.
Just as long as it's not the top, you don't come to the radio cell. We never do that. The win tonight, but there's going to be somebody else out there. KR6MR.
Really, really rough copy. As the signal's just going up and down, I'm getting 2 or 3 words and then nothing. 2 or 3 words and then nothing. It's really got bad QSB at the moment. Is there anybody else in here? How about KE6ILX? How about you, Jeff? I haven't heard Jeff now for a couple of 3 weeks, so I don't know what's going on there. Anybody else on 1296? Our N6RZJ has been missing for 2 or 3 weeks also. I guess that's it, John, but good to have you in here. Thank you for representing the Sacramento area. Anyway, hi. KR6MR, K6MYC. I'm going to go on up to Nevada now. Okay, here we are toward Nevada, KE7UQL or N7 Whiskey Tango. N7 Whiskey Tango or KE7UQL, K6MYC Bozo Net, calling and listening. We're just a tiny bit late here today. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. KE7UQL or N7 Whiskey Tango. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, calling and listening. This is a tough path. We just have to wait for it to happen. I missed the airplane thing at 8:08. See, I'm a little past 8:08 up there. There's a plane that takes off, and it's always within about a minute. We get a big bump in signals for about a minute in there. Anyway, KE7UQL has been pretty consistent even without the bump, without the airplane. KE7UQL, N7 Whiskey Tango on CW, perhaps, Larry. N7 Whiskey Tango on CW, K6MYC, calling and standing by. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London, Carson City area. For N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT in Gardnerville. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, Gardnerville, or KE7UQL in Carson City area. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie in the Friant area, calling and standing by. A couple of more calls and we'll give it away. Maybe it's one of those nights up there. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec London, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT Gardnerville, KE7 Uniform Quebec London, and Carson City area, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, Bozo Net 1296, calling and standing by. Almost as if Daniel isn't here. Last few nights, the last few weeks, Daniel's improved his 1296 signal down here, Rob, and I've been able to hear him almost every transmission, at least to know he's in there. There was only one night, I didn't hear either one of them, but all the other times I've been able to catch UQL almost on the first or second call. So we'll give it one more try, and then we'll give it away for this evening, and we'll catch him tomorrow on 2 meters. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London, or N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, Larry, in Gardnerville, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, Bozo Net, calling and standing by. Over.
How about K6USY flying solo, 1079?
Okay, Judy's got you. Nice strong signal. About knocked both of us off our chairs here. Over.
Yeah, I had to turn my other speaker down because I was hearing myself. Yeah, I'm. Oh wow, yeah, I'm 10 over into your receiver. Not bad.
Not bad off the back of the antenna, is it?
Oh, you know, just bouncing all over the place. That's probably how I was able to work Ken on Saturday. That was pretty good. Yeah, 130 miles with the antenna pointed in the wrong direction, and I worked him with CW, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, and 10 watts or something that's left over from feed line loss, somewhere closer to 5 watts. Pretty amazing what you can do with a little persistence. You can see. It's a wonder to me that sometimes with 400 to 600 watts going up the pipe to the antennas here, that I don't get heard better. But I have an advantage here with the 0.3 of a dB noise figure right at the antenna. A lot of people don't hear as well as I do, even though I have more power and they have no preamp. So anyway, one last call, and then we'll turn it back to the Bay Area. We're a little light in the Bay Area. We'll go back there for late checks and mist, and then call it a night. K6USY, good evening to you, Aaron. I was not on 40 this morning. I didn't even wake up till 8:30. In fact, I didn't even get out of bed till 9. I was really a lazy boy this morning. It was who knows? Anyway, give us. We'll try to be there tomorrow. I think Bob will be back, and it'll be an interesting morning with the Hezbollah stuff, and also the recap of the second assassination attempt. And a lot of good stuff to talk about. Not good stuff, but at least stuff to rumble around. Okay, one last call. KE7UQL. KE7 Uniform Quebec London, Carson City, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT Gardnerville, K6MYC Central California, 1296 Bozo Net, calling and standing by. I hear 272. Give us some more chatter. Give us some more chatter, and I'll tune you in. Maybe I can find a better heading here. Over, over.
Roger, this is 272. Here is
This is Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec Lima. Over.
Well, there you are. We got you now. I was just a little bit past you with the antenna. So now we're very, very Q5, Daniel, and thank you very much for sticking around. Boy, we didn't hear anything for the first 5 minutes here, and I was a couple of minutes past 8 o'clock. I didn't get here till about 8:11, and I should have been here at 8:08, so I missed the big peak. Hi. But you seem to be coming in pretty nicely, even without those peaks. Have you heard Larry at all tonight? Over. I couldn't copy that. You were down a little bit. We heard you come back, but I could not read it. Not readable on that one. Anyway, we'll assume that Larry is not there. We'll take one more standby for Larry. In any case, 73s for now. 73s for now, and we'll see you tomorrow, Daniel. Thank you for being so consistent and always there. 73s, Daniel. KE7 UQL, KE6 MYC. 73. Okay, I think I heard 73s in there. 73. Bye-bye. Okay, back to the Bay Area, Rob.
Roger.
Close enough. QRZ to Bay Area, late checks are missed. 1296 Bozo Net. QRZ to Bay Area for late checks are missed. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. K6 MYC calling and standing by for late checks or missed. Check-ins to the 1296 Bozo Net. Over.
Hi, Mike, W6QL. You can dial in W6QIW number 52. He was in there.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Judy's got that under control, and I thought I heard a little tiny voice underneath you. So, if you could stand by with me and see if there was anybody in there. Thank you very much, Jim. I'm a little bit below you. I'll bring the antenna up on you, but I don't know where to point for this other station. W6PQL and somebody else. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Over.
WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Juliet, November. WB6JNN.
Oh, it's Mr. Eagleson.
Yeah, I heard him. I got you, Jim. Got your 285 there, Jim. WBJNN, K6MYC. Go ahead, take the transmission, Jim.
Okay, very good. Sorry I was late. I was watching on TV and just lost track of the time. And I heard you were trying to work the guys over in Nevada there. At least you finally got somebody. Oh, there you go. A285 WB6JNN.
Yeah, well, we got one of them anyway. Daniel has been very consistent. He needs to get a Gold Star medal for his consistency being on all the bands. When he says he's going to be there, he is. He's a real trooper. So Daniel, KE7 UQL has been really good. And most of the time he comes up, at least on one part of his one transmission, he comes up to very, very Q5, which he was here. You and he are about the same signal strength on peaks. You have a different fade ratio. You have a different QSB up and down pattern. When they go away on that path, they go away for 2 and 3 minutes. But you don't do that. Back to you, Jim. Good to hear you. Thanks for popping in. And you can take a standby and see if there's anybody else. I don't know if it was you I heard underneath Jim or who, but there may be still one other here. WB6JNN and the group are all listening for, you take it, Jim, but we'll be listening for any late checks or miss. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, well, it's slowly building up to speed on you, and you started out around the 5 or 6, so in below 5, you don't hear me. So that's a big power difference there. I only have, what do I have there, about 20 watts, I guess, so, yeah, I'm seeing, well, I'm not even seeing hardly any meter movement here on the internet here. I see S1, S2, S1, maybe 1.5. So there you go. Anybody else in the Bay Area, go ahead and take it. WB6JNN. Nothing heard here. Nothing else heard here.
Okay, nothing heard either here, Jim. Back over to you, Jim PQL, if you're still there, and you can take one last call. We're still missing AXX and a couple of others that are in here quite regularly. W6PQL and the group for your final K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, yeah, I'm bumping up into this a little bit for Jim. He can probably still hear me when I'm on your heading, which I'm on right now. But got nothing else here. I guess I'll close it up for the evening. We'll look for you on 2 meters tomorrow. 73s, K6MYC, W6PQ.
Yeah, we'll look for you at 2 meters. Thank you, Jim. Good signal and quite stable. Once we're on you, there's a little bit of fade, and of course it bothers the weak signal guys. But when you got 400 or 500 watts going out, why you can fade up and down, and it doesn't matter that much. Hi. 7-3, thanks to everybody. And Aaron, good evening to you. Thanks for helping us again with this streaming. K6UXSY running solo tonight with KM6SRR and perhaps some others. We're missing Frank tonight. I don't know what happened with Frank. He should have been in here. He does have 1296, but maybe he's in the process of changing something, and maybe things didn't work as he expected tonight. So Frank should have been here, but wasn't. K6USY for your final K6MYC.
Yeah, maybe Frank had a long day and fell asleep in the chair, and he's listening to us right now in his dreams. Oh, that might be a nightmare. But, yep, good evening, Mike, and, yep, you probably won't catch me on 40 meters in the morning for a while. I got a big project at work starting tomorrow, so I get to go to the Woodward Park library tomorrow and deal with networking equipment. So, and then I'm going to be at other locations for the next couple weeks, so won't be catching me on 40 meters, but that's okay. So we'll catch you tomorrow night on 2 meters, K6USY.
Yeah, for sure. We'll look for you on 2. Aaron, have a good day. Don't work too hard. And we'll catch up with you 24 hours from now. Thanks much. Over to you, Rob.
Okay, Mike. Got to turn the mic around the right way to press the key button. Anyway, what's your count for tonight? I've got 14. Over.
Well, we got 18, so we may have to go over the list here. Judy can read them 5 at a time to you. Over.
Roger, go ahead.
Hi, Rob. I've got 800, 711, 727, 432, and 1296. Over.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I've got those. Go ahead.
610, 712, 507, 775, 835. Over.
Okay, I forgot to write down 610. I remember hearing him, and I didn't get 775. Over.
Then I've got number 3, 759, 1079. I put Brittany in there at 1100 without being asked to. Then I got Mike at 47, Daniel at 272, Steve at 52, and Jim 285. Over, that's it.
Okay, there's the difference. I didn't have Steve, number 52. I guess PQL said it to Mike and he didn't repeat it, so I didn't hear that one. And the other one, let's see, Brittany, she's not there, so I didn't write her in. So there's the 4 I was off. Over.
Okay, well, there's one other one. I did not hear Judy read off 1296. We got it.
Yes,
I thought.
did.
Oh, you did write it off? Okay, maybe she did read off 1296. I didn't hear that one. Okay, yeah, you could take Brittany out of the count, Judy. She was AWOL tonight.
Yeah, she'll be missing on Tuesdays for the next couple weeks.
Okay.
Okay, well, I've got it. We got a total of 17. That's what I show now, too. Thank you, Judy, and thank you, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Okay, and Blackie's on top of the log checking it out. He agrees with you. Both got 17. He says that's fine.
Okay, he gave me a couple quick tail flicks. That's good. Over.
That's what he did. He's been loving Judy lately. He's been just climbing all over her at night, and he's just been sleeping next to her. She's got a little allergy attack here. She's been coughing and sneezing and stuff, and he knows she doesn't feel just red hot, so he's taking good care of her. Over.
All right, that's a good one. That's a keeper, kitty. Over.
Oh yeah, I got 4 keeper kitties, but they all have their own personalities, and they all love us in different ways. And of course, Abby's in the room here with us. They're starting to get along. Abby and Blackie both join us here at in the barn sometimes, and Blackie's not real happy about it. He sits up on the table, and Abby operates on the floor, but they both come in here and get their loving. See you later, Rob. Catch you tomorrow. KM6SRR 73, K6MYC.
All right, 73, Mike. K6USY, KM6SRR. I guess Aaron's gone. K6USY, KM6SRR.
Oh, I had to go put a kid to bed. I'm back.
Okay, there you are. Hey, I got your email today. I think that's an excellent idea about Vintage Days and trying to promote the ham radio stuff there. So I'm on board with whatever I can do there. Over.
Yeah, I've brought it up previously, but then I actually had a chance to talk with my dad about it. And as long as we don't go crazy, my plan is to have, one of the Buddy Hex antennas and maybe, VHF, UHF vertical, nothing too crazy. But what I'm thinking is I set up the Buddy Hex and, I'll have radios there, but then if anyone wants to bring their radio, they can just hook up to that antenna. We don't need to have a dozen antennas set up, and we don't need to have multiple people set up. And I'm thinking, we'll probably do like a sign up and have people take shifts or something like that if they want to come out and operate and hang out for a little bit. Want to kind of avoid everybody showing up all at once and then nobody being